Okay, so let's dive into these sources we've got here. They're all focused on something that's really shifting how we find information online, conversational AI search.
Right.
Our mission today is to unpack what that actually means, how it's really different from the search we're all used to, and, why these sources are saying it's becoming so important.
Yeah, essential, really.
Yeah.
Because expectations have just totally changed, haven't they? With AI interfaces becoming more common.
Exactly. Nobody wants to sift through 10 blue links anymore, do they? You just want the answer fast, accurate, and in normal language.
That frustration is definitely real. You type in keywords, get a mountain of documents back. It's not efficient.
And that's pushing organizations, especially internally, towards this new standard the sources are calling conversational AI search. So maybe let's start there. How is it actually fundamentally different from just typing keywords?
Well, the first big thing the sources point out is that traditional search is purely keyword-based. You type, say, vacation days.
Right.
And it just finds every single document containing those two words. It doesn't understand context. You, the user, have to be the expert and dig through it all.
So it's just a text match. It doesn't know what I actually want to find out?
Exactly. Conversational AI search, as it's described here, is designed to understand natural language.
Like I was talking to a person. Yeah.
You could ask, how many vacation days do I get this year, and how do I request them? And the goal is for it to give you a direct answer, pulled specifically from, say, the official company HR policy.
Yeah.
It feels more like a dialogue. You could even remember the context if you ask a follow-up question, which is pretty different.
So moving from just finding documents about a topic to getting the specific answer from within them. But, okay, how do we trust it? How do we know the AI isn't just, making stuff up? We've seen that happen, right?
That's a really critical point, and the sources are quite specific on this. They stress the importance of something called retrieval augmented generation. So the system first retrieves relevant information, but only from the sources you've designated as trustworthy. Your internal documents, your specific knowledge base, whatever you've approved.
Ah, okay. So it's fenced in. It can't just pull from the wider internet.
Precisely. It's grounded only in your verified content. Then the second step, the AI generates an answer, but strictly based only on that information it just retrieved.
Okay, so retrieval first, then generation based only on the retrieved stuff. But is that step foolproof? Does it completely stop hallucinations?
It significantly reduces them, but yeah, good question. The sources discuss adding more layers for robustness. One approach detailed here uses a kind of dual agent verification.
Like a second opinion.
Exactly. Think of it like a check and balance. A second AI agent essentially reviews the first agent's proposed answer. It cross-references it against the original source document and your original question.
To make sure it's accurate, actually supported by the text, and answers what I asked.
Precisely. That grounding and verification process makes it much, much less likely to hallucinate compared to, say, a general chatbot.
Okay, that makes sense. So we get accuracy, we get a more human-like interaction. What are the big impacts then? For organizations actually using this, what problems does it solve?
Connecting back to those initial frustrations, it tackles some major pain points. Information overload is a big one, highlighted in one source. People just can't find stuff, even when it exists. Conversational search gives direct answers, cuts that searching time way down, makes information accessible instantly. That boosts productivity, could even help customer conversions if it's customer-facing.
And I saw points about cost savings, too. Less time spent by, HR or support staff answering the same basic questions over and over.
Absolutely. The system handles those routine queries 24/7 instantly. That frees up your human staff for more complex, higher-value work. Direct cost reduction right there.
Plus, it fixes that fragmented experience where you need different search tools for different databases.
One intuitive interface, potentially across multiple systems. And it means all that content organizations create, knowledge bases, policies, training, actually gets used.
Yeah.
Better ROI on content creation.
That makes sense.
And there's another angle, maybe less obvious, around data. Instead of just seeing keyword searches like leave policy, you capture the full questions people are asking in plain language. How much sick leave do I get if my child is ill? Think about the insight difference there. It tells you so much more about actual user needs and where your content might have gaps.
Right, much deeper understanding than just keywords. So just to wrap the core idea, conversational AI search is about getting direct natural language answers. Crucially, grounded only in specific approved content, often with extra checks like that dual agent verification for accuracy.
Exactly. It's a fundamental shift from keyword matching to a more human-like interaction. And it addresses real problems. Information overload, high support costs, poor user experience, and making sure valuable content actually gets discovered.
So maybe think about your own experiences, searching for information at work or even just online. Does this idea of getting an instant, accurate conversational answer, does that resonate with you? And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Consider how moving from just analyzing keywords to truly understanding the full plain language questions you ask. How could that fundamentally change how organizations understand your actual needs and intent? What new opportunities might analyzing questions, not just keywords, open up?